Hi, I'm Spencer Smith. I'm a US jumping athlete, and this is the Open Road. So we're on week 5. This is the first 5-star of the season here. This is Keeneland's week. He's like my main horse, US team. He's just unbelievable. First jump is nice Oxer rampy. You can have a good rhythm to start here. And then it's a right turn, swing to number 2. 3 after that's quite short. My horse is not a big horse, but he has a very big stride. So I'll sit that whole way in the 3, keep him really straight, let him curl over the out of that 3 stride. I ride the gray one there. Keeneland is the name. I ride him here and then the Grand Prix hopefully. So nice day for it. I like to walk these bends. We're not walking a number here, but I like to know what I'm gonna see when I come around this turn, so I've been there once before. I'm riding my absolute best horse, so this is very straightforward. There's not really that many questions. I'm not thinking like, well, what is going to be the best setup for him? Maybe this horse is a little green. Maybe I need to give him a little more time here. This horse can do this. As long as I don't make a mistake, he can do this very easily, So everything's pretty clear, but that's the biggest difference. It's like horse to horse. I'm competitive in a lot of ways, and then in some ways, like in other sports, I never get competitive, like playing like sports with friends or whatever. But when it comes to riding, there's just so many people have done so much for me that I feel I owe it to them, of course, and to myself and to these horses to go in and give it my best chance every time. It's really, there's always pressure to compete.
Up on the gray here is Spencer Smith for the USA, rides the Ashland Farms Keeneland, piloting a 12-year-old Sanger's eye gelding.
Keeneland did the qualifier today. He jumped great. I thought maybe I made a little mistake coming around the turn to the Oxer there. We were a little close. He jumped really, really well. The horses I have right now are pretty experienced. They've done all the big 5-stars everywhere. A few horses that could all excel at that final US Open week. But, Keeneland has been super successful this year. Seattle's been great. Quibell's always ready to go. Cassina's been so successful with Georgina. I jumped her yesterday in a real class for the first time, and she was amazing. This is Seattle, HHS Seattle. He's an Irish horse. He's owned by Don Stewart and my parents, which is great. He's done 2 Grand Prix this season. He did the 3-star on the grass week 2, and he did the 4-star last week, and he's been clear in both. So he has like a giant stall. I don't know if you want to see that. It's like a giant double stall because he's really big. Oh, Taya's spooky. It's like a wild animal. So this is Quibell. She is owned by Georgina Bloomberg, and she gave her to me a few years ago to ride. She's been all over. She's jumped clear in the Rolex final 500 Grand Prix. And she's been on the US team in Barcelona. Equestrian sport is so different. It's similar to a lot of things, high pressure, high stakes, but it's so different because you are in charge of this animal that's such an incredible athlete, especially at the top level. And they can't talk, so you just have to have that connection with them. And they, like all these animals here, are like destined for real success, real glory, and they want to do it, and it's your job to do the right thing so that they can do it and kind of stay out of their way. It's like you owe it to them almost more than anything, more than owners, more than yourself. You like owe it to these horses to give them the chance to win. Whatever Rolex does, the level is super, super high. Everyone wants to win a Rolex Grand Prix. And now with the addition of the US Open, putting their name on it as well, I think it's going to really elevate the whole experience and be something that, to be one of the best Americans, you have to have won that. That final week always draws in some big names. You know, we'll have 7 or 8 of the top 10 in the world, and to be competing against them is great, and to have the chance to beat them is even better. So that's what we're trying to do, make a name for ourselves, and so I'm there to compete, and at the end, it's a competition.